We know the two men that took Jay back to their rental apartment were key people to speak to, and as a result, I've now spoken in some detail to one of these men, Ayub Kasim, who was known as Johnny Vegas, and I've also identified the other male that was with him, but I've not yet spoken to him. Ayub has provided me with his account of what he says happened on that morning, Monday the 17th of June. He says he was on the strip, Jay wanted to carry on partying, and he said he had nowhere to stay, so he said he could come back to his. They say in the car they played music and chatted before stopping to get a drink at a cafe at a shop just prior to entering the mountains. He says he was driving, his friend was in the passenger seat and Jay was in the back. They say on arrival at the rental, his friend opened the door, went into the left and went straight to sleep. Jay walked in behind, followed by him, and when gone inside, they went upstairs, and Ayub then said to Jay, sofa's yours, here's a towel, here's a blanket, have a shower if you want. Jay asked for a cigarette, and Ayub said, I've got some Camel cigarettes, and put one on the side. Jay then asked for a phone charger. He said, go into my friend's room, he's asleep, take his charger, and you can put your phone on charge. There was no charging point by the sofa. Ayub says he then goes to sleep and he's woken by a buzzer. Ayub says he comes down the stairs. Jay says to him, what's that annoying noise? Which was the doorbell. Ayub says he opens the door and speaks to a woman and a man, and they gesture that he needed to move his car. Ayub says he gets into his car and he's starting to move it, and he looks in the rearview mirror and he sees Jay talking to a woman. He's got his trainers on as though he's about to leave. Jay then says to Ayub, having moved the car, the woman says, I can get a bus every 10 minutes. And Ayub says, he says to him, mate, just chill out. I'll drop you off in town when I wake up properly. He went, no, I'm hungry. I need to get a scran. And the woman told me I can get a bus every 10 minutes to Los Cristianos. Ayub says, he replies, there's no bus coming. This is my green door. If you need me. He says he shut the door. Jay walks away and he goes back to sleep. He then says he gets a call from a friend of Jay's who says that he's in a ditch somewhere and he's been cut by a cactus. The evidence still strongly supports that Jay left the Airbnb suddenly, walked for 30 minutes before wandering off-road, where at 08:49 and 08:50 on the Monday he dropped a location pin. However, as part of this investigation, we have sought to identify and speak with as many people that Jay had contact with whilst in Tenerife. The result of this digging has opened up an established criminal network with links to drugs, violent crime and theft. You will appreciate that at this stage I cannot expand any further on what we now know. However, at this stage I'm unable to say if this network has anything to do with Jay's disappearance, but remain open-minded as we continue to investigate. I've had no involvement with the physical search. Mine has been the investigation. But to help, I've asked my team to pull together an interactive map which will show the areas that have been searched both by the Guardian Civil, local search and rescue teams, and a local search team who were joined by TikToker Callum. That team have been very crucial in terms of covering areas on foot. I also want to reach out to anybody else that searched the area. Please provide me with your records of search areas, and then I can put that into a map and we can have as good a definitive map as possible. My thoughts at this time remain with Jay's family and friends.